Hello folks, Easy Ride here. Welcome to my next video. Today I want to talk about traveling with a CPAP or motocamping with a CPAP. If that interests you, stay with me. And welcome back. Let me just say for, I don't know, 4 years now or so, I've been using CPAP, got diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I do a lot of motor camping, I do a lot of traveling. Most of it's off the grid, and just never take a CPAP with me because it's kind of useless. Even when, I go to a hotel, I just don't bring a CPAP with me. I'll explain why in a little bit. But, getting older, and I decided, I need to up the game a little bit and grab some CPAP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around, and then I'll start explaining what's going on here. Like I said, about 4 years ago, I got diagnosed with sleep apnea, and through the VA, and they sent me this ResMed AirSense 10. It's a bedside unit. Came with a little carrying case, and supposedly, they were like, oh, you could take it on the airplanes and blah, 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 and they'll let you on with it. But, this thing weighs a lot. And then it has that water kind of bucket on the side of it that you have to have, water in it. And it's just, like I always say, the worst part of luggage is lugging, and I just don't feel like lugging this thing around and then trying to find distilled water and all this other crap. So basically, what I've been doing is just, not using a CPAP and gagging all night, which is not really good for you. So for a couple of years now, I'm like, I really need to get a travel CPAP, and I just, been hesitant to do it because they cost a lot of money, and, it's just one more thing to lug. But finally, I decided, I need to get a travel CPAP. It's, I'm not getting any younger. So anyway, I got a travel CPAP, this thing right here, this Transcend, and then I also got a battery because, like I said, I do mostly off the grid. So let me explain first why I bought the Transcend. The Transcend is the smallest, as you could see. Kind of fits in your hand, it's really, really small, doesn't really weigh anything, and it does the job. And there are only two that you can really pick from. It's the Transcend Micro that they got now, or the ResMed, the same company that makes this beast, Mini. And the reason I bought the Transcend is a couple reasons. First off, the ResMed, it's a couple $100 more. Plus, you needed to get all these special attachments and blah, blah, blah. By the time you're done, it's like $1,000. This guy right here, this Transcend Micro, I saw around Black Friday and all that. They're having sales for them for around 500 something bucks. And so what I did is I screenshotted all those, sales and stuff. And eventually, when I got ready to buy, I got that same price. And that's just one I just want to tell you right now. Don't buy these things directly online. Call these people up. There's only 3 or 4 different places that sell them. Call them directly up and talk to them and negotiate a price. It's almost like buying a used car. Don't assume that the price they're showing you there is their lowest price. It's not. But anyway, so I bought this little Transcend unit. I'll tell you about that in a second. And I also bought this. It's a Bluetti K5. It's basically the same thing as a W30, and it's a battery for CPAP devices. And so anyway, the Transcend, let me back up a little bit. So when I originally bought this battery, let's talk about the battery for a minute. I originally bought this battery to act as kind of a uninterruptible power supply for the ResMed, because I've had power outages at night and that thing just dies, and I figured with that battery, it just stay on, so, and that's called pass-through, where this thing is always being charging, and and then you run it directly from there to here, and that way if the battery if the power goes out, it still keeps going. Well, what I found out is that this Bluetti doesn't do pass-through charging, so that didn't work. And also the first day I got it, about a week ago, I tested it on my ResMed to see how long it would last. And they're really upfront in telling you, if you got a CPAP like that that has, this heated tube in the back and heated water and all that other crap, it's not going to last very long. And it lasted about 5.5 hours that night. I just wanted to test it. So anyway, so you can actually use that battery, for this, but it's not going to last very long. But using this battery with this Transcend, and I'll go into a little bit more detail in a minute, I used this for 6-7 hours last night, and I used maybe 5% of the battery. So it went from 100% down to 94. So it's that 6% of the battery. So, if you're off-grid camping, that Bluetti on a full charge will, run that thing quite a few days, before you need to recharge it. Now, recharging this thing, there's a little brick down there, that little red light, and this little thing right here plugs in on this side, right over here. And that's the only way you can charge it. It has to be charged by AC. So if you're like a truck driver or something, unless you have like one of those DC to AC converters, you're not going to be able to charge it as you're driving. And it takes a good 5 hours to fully charge this thing. So that's something to consider. So now let's talk about this Transcend for a second. Thing with these minis is they're a lot more noisy than the big kind of ResMeds. This thing doesn't make any noise. You don't hear it going at night. And also, I've got this little, I got tinnitus, so I got this little noisemaker right there that puts, got speakers kind of behind my pillow that kind of just gives noise, cuts out like a lot of the noise for like my tinnitus. Also, masks some of this noise. So anyway, one thing about this Transcend that's kind of weird is the way they got the power plug. Now, the normal power plug that comes with it is this little gizmo right here, and it has a 90 degree. But coming from the Bluetti, they give you a cord that connects to this one unit. It's a 12-volt cord with like a little adapter that plugs in, but then you can't lay it on its side. But you got to be careful, too, because that's the air inlet there. You don't want to block the air inlet. So that's just something to think about. While I'm talking about this, the Bluetti has 3 outlets over here, 3 power outlets. 1, 2, 3. It's stuck in the middle right now. Now, all 3 of those outlets are all the same size, so you really got to be careful. The top is 12, the middle is 15, the bottom is 24 volts. So you really got to kind of keep an eye on what you're doing. This unit right here, the Transcend Micro, runs on 19 volts. So you have to use the 15 volt, but the Transcend will actually go from 14 to 19 volts, so it actually works like that. Now, the first night I used it, it kept shutting off, and the reason it was shutting off is this: I didn't have this all connected really tight, so keep an eye on that. And so anyway, this is kind of weird too, how this Bluetti, I bought this Bluetti as a refurb, and it was only like $85, and it came with all the cables. It was like buying it brand new. And it was an eBay refurbish, which means it gives you a 2-year warranty, so I wasn't too worried about it. It is a little on the weird side, a little buggy side. Like, for instance, it says that it has this charge feature that keeps it between 60 and 70, but it doesn't work. And I contacted Bluetti, but you're talking to someone that's Chinese, and you could tell we're not communicating. And it's not that big of a deal. They're like, oh, send it back. But I don't think it really does that, because I looked at another unit, which was, I don't know, some other name, but it was still the K5, and it just mentioned that you want to charge it only, if you're storing it, just charge it up to 60% and store it. Don't charge it all the way, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, to use this thing's a little funky. There's a bit of a learning curve on it. So let me show you how to turn, your Transcend on from here. First thing you have to do is hold this power thing down for 3 seconds. Here, let me show you. So you hold this power down for 3 seconds, and then it powers up. And you can see it's at 94%. That's what I used, from 100 to 94. last week. So right now, the Transcend isn't on, right? So you power it up, then you have to hit this DC button. So you press the DC button, and then you have to press the power button again. And then this thing will wake up. See how I did that? So you turn it on, you press the DC button, and then you press the power button one more time. So on the Transcend, what you have is the power. This right here will turn the air on, start it going. This is your Bluetooth button. This is your ramp button. This is where, your CPAP will start out slow and pick up after a while. I totally got rid of the ramp because it wasn't very useful on this one. And then that last button over there is to dry out the hose. Like when you're done in the morning, you turn that on, and for, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so, it'll dry out the hose. So now, like I said, this unit's a little bit more noisy because it just doesn't have the bulk of the bigger ones. So Transcend will come with this little muffler right here, and this cut the noise by half. Now what's going on, the noise that you're hearing is not, you're not hearing noise from here. What happens is you hear the motor kind of go through the cable, not the cable, through the tube, right up into your mask. So you're hearing that noise in your mask. So it's kind of like a buzzy noise, like a little kind of noise while you're breathing and stuff. It's slightly annoying. Some people can't handle it. Me, I'm not really bad with noises, because like I said, I've got tinnitus, and I run that noisemaker. I run on my phone. I got like these crickets, plus I got a ceiling fan. So there's always a lot of ambient noise going on when I'm sleeping anyway. It's, it doesn't bug me. Talking will bug me, or TV will bug me, but just, white noise doesn't really affect me all that much. So anyway, so like I said, it's a really good setup for motocamping. This thing weighs, I don't know, about 4 pounds. Comes with a really nice little carrying case bag, kind of hard shell carry case bag, and it comes with all the cables that you need, and another little pocket back there. This little foamy piece came with it, but I'm going to keep it because it adds, I think, a little bit more protection to it. And I would keep this manual with you at all times. This is for the battery because, like I said, it's a little tricky to kind of figure out how to work this thing. And also, you really got to get that cabling right, depending on what kind of unit you got. Because like I said, all those outputs are all the same size, so you could easily blow your unit up if you put it in the wrong one. But anyway, there's probably a bunch I'm forgetting to tell you about this stuff. So, excuse me. So anyway, if you want to go moto camping, or you do a lot of traveling, and especially off the grid, this is a really good setup. So like I said, the Transcend itself cost me $545. There wasn't even any tax or anything, free shipping. The battery was $85 or so on eBay, and it was, like I said, a refurbished, but it comes with a 2-year warranty, so I wasn't particularly worried about it. And it's a pretty good kit. I'm liking it. The Transcend, the Micro, it's a good travel one. It's not as, feature rich as, obviously, as, a tabletop like that, but, do the trick. In March, I'm going to be going on a cruise, and then after that, it's motocamping every weekend, and so now I'm set up to do that. But anyway, I hope all this helps. If you got any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments, give it a like, and thanks for listening.